Good morning. We are so excited. This is our first trip from winter break. That's what we're calling it, a winter break. But last night we took our shakedown trip, and that's a thing that you want to do. You want to camp close to wherever you live if you can, in case you forget something, because we always forget something.
Like a toothbrush.
He did forget his toothbrush. And also, we are presently now on our very first trip of the season. We are so excited. We're going to be with a bunch of other RVs. We planned this trip back in December, and here it is May, and we are going to Michigan to see a special kind of flower. You can hear our truck talking. We are going to the Tulip Festival. It's something I've always wanted to do, and I've always wanted to go to the Netherlands, so this is the second best thing. So anyway, come with us and we're going to show you some amazing tulips, I feel sure, and just Michigan, even though we live in Ohio, and you know that little, what do you call it,
It's
honey?
a football thing.
I did bring an Ohio sweatshirt though, by the way, but it is, if you've never been to Michigan and to see Lake Michigan, it looks like the ocean. This is a trip you want to go to. There's so much to see in Michigan. Well, anyway, but here we go, and we will show you what we see.
When the dining room is closed and you're on the road, here's advantage number one of our trip. Why pulling an RV is beneficial. As you can see, we couldn't go in, and we sure couldn't go through a 9-foot clearance in the drive-thru. My wife was able to make me the best ham, tomato, and cheese sandwich in the market. So, Wendy's, we'd love to have had a Frosty, but that'll have to wait for another time. But for now, we have our own kitchen that rolls with us. That's the way we roll.
Exactly how to angle the tool and when to pull it out to release the
We're good.
So we're going to start off here first. This is our finishing area. This is where we dip all the bowls in the food grade mineral oil. We do a lot. All these bowls on the racks are drying. They've already gone through a steaming process for 4 hours. That is
So here we are at the bowl factory. I've never seen anything like this. This is worth coming to Holland for and see and experience. These are craftsmen.
No,
I just said that this is the largest bowl mill in the United States.
The bowl mill started in 1906, North Muskegon, Michigan, by the Fuller family. And my grandfather started the original wooden shoe factory here in Holland in 1926. In the early 50s, he started selling the Fuller bowls in the wooden shoe factory. And got to know the Fuller brothers real well. And in the 60s, when I was in high school, I would work for my grandpa. He would send me to North Muskegon to pick up wooden bowls. So I got to know Victor and Charles Fuller real well. And after college, my grandfather had passed, and my mom and I took over the wooden shoe factory up on the highway, 31 and 16th Street. Continued to sell the wooden bowls from the Fuller factory. And in 1984, Victor Fuller called and said, "Hey Dave, how would you like to make wooden bowls along with your wooden shoes?" So, yeah, okay. And so we bought the company, moved it to Holland in 1987. Trained, going back and forth from Ischigan to Holland, our wooden shoe guys learned how to make bowls, and then made bowls behind the wooden shoe factory until '99, at which time we closed the wooden shoe factory to get out of the tourist souvenir business, concentrate on wooden bowls. And we moved to this location in 2000, built the hydraulic turning machine that you saw on the back on the tour, one of a kind, and been making bowls ever since. We make 800 to 1,000 bowls a week, and along with lots of things, cutting boards, things from the scrap. And my son Corey, 2 of my 5 kids are here, and they're 4th generation. So that's the bowl mill story.
Just the right size for you.
I found the shoes I want. This is why I came to Holland. Right here.
Duane and I have come with a bunch of RV friends from Ohio to Holland, Michigan. And the reason we came this particular weekend, it's the Tulip Festival. And as you'll be able to see, lots of tulips that they're celebrating. So back in the 1840s, just a little background of why they chose to come to America. They were under a lot of tyranny. They couldn't worship God the way they wanted to. They were starving their people of food, and so they chose to come. And when they came over, it was during the winter, and so they came across the ocean, and they got to, I think it was Lake Detroit, and it was totally iced over. And so a lot of the people that came stayed there, and there was a small group that traveled further north from that area and knew that this was, they felt like God told them this is where they were to plant. And so they did. And then it wasn't too long, the rest of their group came and joined them here. And so they went through a lot of struggles, as you can imagine, because it was just so cold, and a lot of them died while they were here. But there was those that, like when our settlers came over, survived. And so a lot of people from the Netherlands are here. And as you can see in the background, there's a windmill, and it is an authentic windmill that they took down in the Netherlands, and they brought it over and rebuilt it piece by piece. And so Duane and I went through that probably several years ago, and we had a guide that toured us through it from the Netherlands herself. So that was kind of fun. So we're here today, and we're going to we've been here a couple days already, but we're going to just see all the sights that you can see and just help the Michiganders celebrate some of their heritage of here. So come along with us, and we'll just show you what we're seeing. And it goes all week, and the start of it really started today, and it goes through next Saturday, which I think is the 14th. Today's the 7th. and they're going to have parades, and unfortunately we're going to miss that. They'll have a queen that they crown and that kind of thing. They do it every year, but the Tulip Festival actually started in the 1920s from a group of women, so that's what they've been doing this since the 20s. So it's just so fun to see tulips everywhere in bloom. But you'll see not all the blooms have bloomed yet because they do it in stages. So we don't get to see all of them up, you know, that's going to be, but we've seen a great deal already. So come on with us, and we're going to go see the windmill. 1961 is when they created this park, and they brought over the windmill. So this is Holland Harbor.
Yes.
And they have commercial fishing, sport, and it goes into the Great Lakes. Yeah. Honoring the Dutch immigrants.
Oh, there are a bunch of fish on that picture right there.
It was the first lighthouse that was built here in this location. It says it was a small square wooden structure in 1872. In 1880, they installed a new light atop the metal pole, you can see. And it was lowered, the old lantern was lowered by pulleys for service.
Me and my shadow. How is it, Mike? Is it good?
I don't know. You want me to taste it? I was going to get a piece of this to go with it.
Okay, well, I won't tell or film anymore.
Oh.
I wouldn't go have any. It's not that good.
I'm coming back.
That's probably just a little extra.
Everybody say hi.
Hello.
Yeah, this is really good.
What?
Good evening.
Yeah.
Good to see y'all.
You too.
Oh,
There's the man. Well, yeah. Hey, sir.
Hi, Duane.
Anything the two of you want to just tell everybody?
Tater loved dinner.
I love dinner. Tater and I have a lot in common.
Yeah, Tater's a smart man. Tater's a legend.
A legend. A legend.
I'm like,
Good evening,
there
Cameron.
they are. And they're like, where? And I'm like, right there. You see Bill? He's like a whole head taller than everything. Then
Good evening.
Good evening. Hello.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. There he is.
Oh, my friend.
Hello, my friend.
Peace.
Yes. What is it? May the force be with you.
Thank you.
May the 7th be with you.
May the 4th.
May the 7th be with you.
The 7th.
Well,
the
the
7th.
4th, meaning my birthday, I think.
That's right.
That's
You are
right.
the
And,
4th.
and Mike's
Yes.
birthday.
Yes, and Mike's
Yes.
birthday.
Can't miss it. And this all brought us together right here. Oh, now you're back. Now you're back.
I'm trying something different.
Just like I was hoping it was like the amusement park. Well, we're not there yet.
Are we there yet?
I thought that was. Are we there yet?
Oh my.
Goodbye.
Yeah, but I was in a rhythm.
Goodbye.